देखिए, सबसे पहले हमने आज तक कभी भी किसी गवर्नमेंट से, किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से, मतलब सरकारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से भी आज तक 1 रुपया नहीं लिया। और हमारा पहले दिन से ये प्रिंसिपल था कि हम किसी से, सरकार से कोई भी 1 रुपया नहीं लेंगे।
आपकी एक ऐसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो एक नेशनल कॉज को प्रमोट करती है, तो उसके लिए भी कभी आपने गवर्नमेंट से कोई हेल्प नहीं
मांगी? हमें जब भी कभी पैसे की जरूरत पड़ती है, कुछ दोस्त आपस में पैसे इकट्ठे करके उसको करते हैं। हमें याद है कि एक बार हमने शहीदों के लिए काफी पैसे इकट्ठे किए थे। इवन उसमें अमिताभ बच्चन जी आए, उन्होंने ओपन आके 2 लाख दिए, अमर सिंह जी ने दिए, और जो लोग रिलायंस से आए थे, सहारा से आए थे, तो we were accountable to those people only, and record was maintained about the expenses that was shown to them. But as in principle हमने आज तक सरकार से 1 रुपया नहीं लिया, और इस प्रिंसिपल पे हम चल रहे हैं कि इस चीज में हम नहीं जाएंगे कि फंड्स लें और उसको मिसयूटिलाइज करें।
बात ये उठ रही है कि एनजीओस को लोकपाल के नीचे लाया जाए, तो आप इसके बारे में क्या कहेंगे? क्या आप इसके हक में हैं?
सबसे पहली बात तो लोकपाल की पावर, उस पे इट इज ए डिबेटेबल क्वेश्चन, चलो हमें जाना नहीं चाहिए वो कितनी इफेक्टिव होगी। हम चंडीगढ़ में देखते हैं पुलिस कंप्लेंट अथॉरिटी है, वो एक रिकमेंडिंग अथॉरिटी है, उसके ऊपर काम होता है नहीं होता, वो बोल देते हैं, उसके आगे कुछ नहीं होता। चलो लेट्स नॉट गो इनटू दैट इशू, बट यस, जो भी एनजीओस सरकार से या गैर सरकारी संस्थानों से और पैसे लेते हैं, दे शुड बी अकाउंटेबल टू सम एजेंसीज,
राइट,
सो दैट एनजीओ का पर्पस समाज सेवा करना ही रहे, ना कि उसकी एवज में आप कारें खरीद रहे हैं और घूम रहे हैं और बंगले ले रहे हैं,
अपने एसेट्स तैयार कर रहे हैं। जी, मिस्टर जग्गा, द वे थिंग्स currently are, do you think NGOs are being effectively monitored in terms of their activities and their expenses?
You see, you have referred the point of Lokpal, whether it should be brought under Lokpal or not.
Right.
So I think the issue of Lokpal is right now fluid. We don't know whether or when it is going to come. But the point which has been raised is whether it requires more scrutiny and more stringent norms.
Right.
So first of all, the thing is, recently we had a Right to Information Act. Right to Information Act is, virtually decided that who are the people who are accountable to the government, right? In that there is a clause called financial assistance. Now this issue is being debated in many courts, and what is financial assistance. So now the guidelines has come. There are certain laws which have defined what is financial assistance. So those norms, they say that if the support of the government is more than 67% to the any organization, whether NGO or a club or something, then it will be considered that it is substantially financed. The word is substantially financed.
Okay.
So it is substantially financed by the government. Then it is definitely under the government of India, and they are bound to appoint a public information officer, which has not been done so far, but these things are taking shape. As far as the NGOs are concerned, I would like to make a little clarification regarding what Payal had said, that they are not exempted basically under ATG. They get exemption under section, they get a registration under 12. ATG is a deduction given to the people who give donation to these people.
Okay.
So there are different clauses. Somewhere you get 50% of the donation you make, somewhere you get 25%.
If I'm donating, that's for me then?
Yeah, that's for you, whosoever is donating the money. Then he or she gets income tax exemption. Now the question comes, there are already a lot of agencies who are monitoring these jobs. The donations are basically coming to the NGOs from two sources. One is subdivided in two parts. In India, they get from the government, whether central or state, and from the corporate sector or the public. The second is, there is a major source which is coming, and it has been worked out, something few thousand crores, which is coming from abroad to the NGOs for various workings.
Foreign funding.
Foreign funding is also coming.
Right.
Now there is a Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, which has been regulated by the Parliament. The only issue which is very important is that whether the money received by the NGOs is being properly utilized for the purposes, for the money for they are getting or not.
Right.
She is right. You have to give a utilization certificate to the government. There is no doubt about it. Further, you are also supposed to file the income tax returns to the income tax department. There is also a scrutiny system which is working, and if your case comes under scrutiny, you are bound to give all your details. The functions which they have to perform, or the statutory obligations which they have to do, they have to file the income tax returns, they have to file balance sheet, they have to get their accounts audited. But now the question is, the government doesn't have a filter which can filter between a good NGO or a bad NGO.
Right.
So if lot of NGOs and lot of funds are going down the drain under the name of social activism, government has to put a stronger check. We have the laws, we have sufficient laws to tackle the present menace of, siphoning of the funds.
Right.
But if at all, if it is being thought that a Lokpal is required despite having a Supreme Court or many other agencies, and if the government feels or the public strata feels that some more stringent norms are required for the NGOs, there is no harm in bringing under the ambit of the Lokpal.
Right.
Because after all, I don't understand one question. If I am running an NGO and I am utilizing the funds properly, I should not be afraid. Let any agency come and check my accounts.
Absolutely. Let me bring Mr. Arshad into this. Do you think there is an effective case for NGOs to be brought under the Lokpal? I mean, he had already built up a case.
My take on the matter is, in context to what is happening in the country, the people who are championing for the cause of Lokpal did not consider it fit to bring the NGOs under the Jan Lokpal that they proposed. And now I know why.
Okay.
Going by that yardstick, we always wanted corporations, media and NGO, three very important functions of the society. The reason behind is there are a lot of government jobs that are being delegated to corporations now. Media is run by corporate houses and NGOs are getting funds across the board from several places. Now, for me, corruption is when you don't disclose the reasons why you have solicited money, at least not in the way that others are prescribed to do. And then you take the umbrage of being a social sector organization, and so therefore I needn't do this, it's charitable, it's non-profitable and several other reasons.
Right.
The truth is, you take money from people as contribution for good causes enough, but you must subject yourself to scrutiny. Now I here wish to bring two elements into play. Dr. Kiran Bedi, that's the subject of debate, saying that monies were saved in my air transfers here to there and being used for a cause that was charitable, I think is a classic case of doublespeak. Hypocrisy has never been any better than this, because here is a woman who has all through her life been a law enforcer. It's a separate matter that she was superseded as Commissioner of Delhi, so she decided to quit, and as a reason now, and a grudge against the Congress party. That's a separate matter.
Right.
But what I want to state here is that, why would she do something like this? This, I think, is germination of corruption. And those who cast stones must not live in glass houses first. Secondly, Caesar's wife should be above suspicion. So when you champion for corruption, you must look inwards to see if I have done something wrong. In that context, I am fully of the opinion that the NGOs must come under the ambit of Lokpal, and those who have not brought it in, I now see have a reason.
There are lack of NGOs which are being run in this country. Do you think it would be, don't you think it would be impossible to keep a check on all of them?
Sure, that's my question for all the central government and state government employees being brought under Lokpal. Same question. Is it relevant? Can you really have almost 40 lakh people being scrutinized by one Lokpal, which is going to run a parallel government? That's what we have been saying for as long as this matter is under discussion. It's a utopian thought. Of course, the government is committed to bringing a Lokpal, but not in the way some people are trying to advocate it.
Right. Quickly, I have to go into the break.
People are also, including the corporate sector, in a hurry to prove how good they are by contributing to an NGO. So maybe even people need to think about before giving it to an NGO, whether it's through CSR or whether it's I want to show I give charity.
Yeah.
So before you give money,
that is part like the corporate social
this is
responsibility
also
which you said, right?
to be considered equally actually.
Right. Let me turn the argument on its head now. Arshadji, don't you think that the members of Team Anna have been deliberately targeted to expose, their so-called intentions?
I don't know how. I mean, this is not what the government is doing. It's not witch hunting. These are things that are tumbling from their own cupboards. These are skeletons that were hidden for long. I mean, the fact that Mrs. Kiran Bedi actually over-invoiced her bills was something that didn't come from an RTI. It came from a newspaper report.
Right.
Likewise, Arvind Kejriwal first depositing the entire money of India Against Corruption into his bank account and then transferring with a lame excuse that there was no bank account open by that time. The fact that merchandise was prepared at a central place and distributed all over the country, including the vernacular versions, that there was a creative team in place, that there were spokespersons who were previously media representatives. How did all of this come about? Spontaneously? It's an orchestrated thing.
Right.
It has been supported by the party that stands to benefit the most. When you go to Hisar and say don't vote for a Congress candidate, we get to know where the fund is coming from, where the organizational support is coming from, where all the tactical support is coming from. This is no NGO. This is a political party with a facade of an NGO.
Mr. Jaga, do you think that the campaign against Team Anna and by extension the NGOs, they are like, it's motivated?
You see, I don't think it is motivated. The question is, when you are, running such an agitation, definitely the things are bound to come. If I am an unknown person, I am not under a scrutiny of the government, especially a special scrutiny. The moment you come at such a level where the moment your name drops, everybody, starts looking something in favor of you or something against
you. Right.
Now, I would like to just add, first one point is that if those two guys like Arvind Kejriwal or Kiran Bedi, if they are doing something wrong and they have done something hacky, let them be hanged. Moreover, I also would like to emphasize that they are not the two persons who say that we are running the agitation and we are India against corruption. It's not like that.
Right.
It is basically the people's movement. Can those 25 people say that yes, we were running the show and now they are not good enough, the whole thing is go? So it is not like that. They are the two people. If they are not doing the right thing, if they are siphoning of the funds, the government, we have sufficient laws to tackle them as per the law.
Right.
Even without having Lokpal or the proposed Jan Lokpal, there is a sufficient law in our country to hammer them according to those laws. So they should be hammered and they should not be attached to this thing that the agitation, since they are leading the agitation, they have done something wrong, that it is going to harm the agitation. They should be, penalized as per the laws we have.
Right.
So if they have done something wrong, let them face the music like that.
राजेश जी, आपको क्या लगता है? आपको लगता है कि टीम अन्ना के मेंबर्स को जानबूझकर इन चीजों में इन्वॉल्व किया जा रहा है और उनको टारगेट बनाया जा रहा है?
पर्सनल राय है कि जिस दिन से ये मूवमेंट स्टार्ट हुई थी, आई वाज सस्पेक्टिंग देम. इतना हाई लेवल पर इंटरनेट पर उनकी प्रमोशन हो रही है करप्शन के खिलाफ, मैं अन्ना हूँ, और अब देखा जाए करोड़ों रुपया मुझे लगता है खाली इंटरनेट एडवर्टीजमेंट पे लगा हुआ. टोपी जिसपे कढ़ाई करके मैं अन्ना हूँ लिखा गया है, वो एक ही फैक्ट्री से बनी होगी. ये नहीं था कि हर बंदा घर से टोपी बना के ला रहा है. झंडे देश के, उनके साइजेस और सब कुछ ठीक था. जो दिल्ली में पोस्टर रिलीज होता था वही चंडीगढ़ में होता था, वही हैदराबाद में होता था. इतनी बड़ी मैनेजमेंट मैं नहीं समझता कि ये कुछ छोटी सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने किया होगा. आई स्मेल समथिंग वेरी डेंजरस behind this movement, whole of the movement. लोग क्यों इकट्ठा हुए? लोग नो डाउट करप्शन के खिलाफ हैं, लोग करप्शन से तंग हैं, लोग महंगाई से तंग थे. उसका एक बहाना ढूंढा गया कि which is the issue जिस पे लोग इकट्ठे होकर के आए,
लोगों की नब्ज
को पकड़ के उसको किया गया. This could be the well orchestrated conspiracy against India, I would say, and being a nationalist man, I was smelling something bad there.
Right. Jaga ji, I'll come back to you. If a non-government organization is to be brought under the purview of Lokpal, then it would no longer be a non-government organization. It would become a government organization.
No, that is not the case. There are so many